All right. Welcome back to the Extraordinary Sports YouTube channel and podcast. I'm on the mic with a special guest, Kenzel Doe, former Wisconsin Badger wide receiver, kick return, and punt return specialist. Joining me on the podcast, Kenzel, how are we doing today? Thanks for being a part of this.
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, first thing I want to ask, obviously being an athlete, professional one at that, I am curious the first sport you fell in love with all the way back in childhood, and do you remember that specific moment with that specific sport?
First childhood, to be honest, I was busy as a little kid. I was playing baseball, playing basketball, and playing football. And I never really got that break. And then, what I really knew I was good in was football, because that's what everybody just used to talk about. I was a kid that was on the sorry team, when I was little, and I was the only one scoring touchdowns. So
Yeah.
after that, that's what everybody started talking about. So I think that was the sport that it was like, okay, this is the sport I really love. I played basketball, played baseball, but football, that's it for me.
How much would you say, obviously today's culture, there's so much pressure on kids to be great at one sport, but I'm just a year or two older than you, and I played several sports. I feel like you can take intangibles and fundamentals from basketball and implement them into football, vice versa, and so on and so forth with other sports. Do you think being able to be well-versed in basketball and baseball helped you as a football player?
Most definitely. Most definitely. When it comes to baseball, that's the hand-eye coordination, especially when it comes to hitting, and that's, you can put that into football perspective, that's catching.
Right.
And then when you get to basketball, it's just the skill aspect, cutting and stuff like that. You got to cut back and forth and, just knowing things. And that's just going back. That's just like football. You know what I'm saying? So, as a kid, I look at it like, man, just play all sports, so you can learn from each. And then once you get older and once things start to get a little serious, then that's when you really, if you want, that's when you can put all your effort into, one sport. But, as a kid, enjoy all sports, because you never know what you can be good at.
I'm still convinced Antonio Gates is posting up on the block like Timmy Duncan every time Rivers throws him the rock.
Exactly.
Just footwork, just boxing out, positioning.
Right there.
Sorry, what was that?
I said that's a basketball move right there.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, so obviously, Kenzel, you're a special athlete in terms of, not being the biggest on the field, but to separate yourself at 5'8", $175. So forgive me if you're a little more than that, but being able to establish the special athlete that you were, obviously you had to earn the respect, because, in the football world, everyone looks at size and such initially, but your speed is what separates you, as well as your athletic ability. Did you know early on that as a football athlete, you were going to have to establish yourself with your speed and your shiftiness and your ability that way? Because obviously size at the wide receiver position is something a lot of people look at first.
Yes, sir. Yeah, most definitely. I've been, since playing football, I've always been, the shorter one. Well, in high school, we all was kind of the same size.
Yeah.
But, once going to college, you see all the bigger guys, and, that's when I knew, like, okay, I gotta make something out of, if I want to go to the next level, obviously, I'm shorter than everybody else, but I got to make it up in somewhere else, and that's where, I take, the speed, speed and cuts and stuff like that. That's where I try to take, most important, I also try to work on my speed. I always try to work on my cuts, because I know that can get me over the edge, and, just growing up and all that stuff, and continue to play after, after college, is just the mindset that I've tried to always have. Like, I know I'm short, but that's not going to stop me. I'm not going to let somebody tell me, oh, you're too short to do anything. I've heard that so many times, and, it's frustrating.
Right.
It's frustrating to hear, oh, you're too short to play football. No, I'm not.
Not at all.
There's plenty of people out here the same size as me doing the same exact thing, and we've all trying to overcome that whole stereotype, and especially in the coaches' eyes and all that stuff. But you're starting to see more shorter guys be in the NFL and stuff like that. So it's hard, but it's something that you got to just have that mindset to just get.
Well, speaking, obviously, football as well as any other sports is more mental than it is physical. Even though we're watching a physical game, you've clearly been able to master the mind to get as far as you have. Can you touch on a little bit of your specific mindset? Are you a visualization guy? Myself, I'm a daily meditator, so I'm big on visualization, seeing things happen in my mind before they happen and manifest in real life. Did you take any of those with you as an athlete and implement them into your game?
Oh, most definitely. I always try to visualize things to try to before it happens.
Awesome.
Because it's just one of those where you gotta speak into existence. And you just gotta visualize yourself doing it. You visualize yourself doing it, more than likely it can happen because now you believing in it.
Right.
And once you believe in yourself, then you can believe you can do anything. So that's what the mindset that I try to go out there is I try to visualize me being successful, visualize me being on a team, visualize, great things happening for me, and then, the more you continue to do that, the more you end up believing in yourself, the more good things that happen towards you. Obviously, it's probably not going to go perfect. Nothing's going to go perfect, but, just that mindset to have going out there, you'll probably have the advantage over people who's not doing it.
I've always been curious about punt returners and kick returners, especially punt returners, because it's so bang, bang, and you have just a split second to make your cut and your decision making. You obviously had a few returns in college. The one on Utah State I saw on YouTube before we hopped on the mic here, phenomenal return. In a play like that, from a visualization standpoint, are you thinking how you're going to run your route? Is it prepared mentally, or do you have it in your head, I'm getting to the end zone, and then in terms of how you cut and your route to get to the end zone, that's just not necessarily even thought, that's just instinctual reaction as defenders come your way in the moment?
Man, when they come to that punt return stuff, it's one of those you just got to go. You just got to run and react. Because everybody, especially the first couple guys, when you catch the ball, the first guy, second guy, those are the ones who really don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make your mind up as soon as you catch that ball, depending on where they at, where you going to go. Just one of those, okay, now I got to try to get to the end zone, and you just react that way. The punt return, man, it's not easy. A lot of people can sit up here and, look on TV, make their judgment. Oh man, why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? But it's a totally different story once you actually out there catching that ball.
Yeah.
Because first you looking at it, you trying to make sure you catch the ball first, and then you got people flying at you. And then as soon as you catch it, you got to make a move, just as fast as you blink.
Straight up. It's got to be one of the most skilled abilities. And again, I think obviously looking at the NFL, you got a three-phase game. You got offense, defense, and special teams. When you're watching this year in the league, seeing a guy like Tyreek Hill, and your speed is definitely close to his, similar frame. When you see someone like him who just bursted onto the scene essentially for the Chiefs, does that give you encouragement that, okay, another team, let's say like the Chargers, who just lost Woodhead, could really use someone like me as a utility player? I could play several different spots.
Yes, sir. I always look at that stuff, man. It's all about the right time, right place, man.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be honest, man, I didn't email, man, probably each team. I done probably sent over probably like 1,000 1,500 emails
Wow.
to teams around the NFL. You know, I done got a couple feedback, but nothing really, you know, that's like, oh man, let's grab them. You know, I'm continuing to do it, you know, because my goal is to get back into the NFL.
Love it.
And, you know, just looking at, you know, Tyreek Hill and obviously, you know, Danny, you know, I feel like the Chargers would be a good place for me. You know, I know, you know, they looking for, you know, I'm not going to say looking for, but could use a returner. You know,
oh, they need. Hey, I'm born and raised in
like,
San.
man, I know I could do it. You know, like my best friend is Melvin. You know, that's who I stay with. I stay with Melvin Gordon. So I stay with him, and, you know, and me, him, Keenan Allen, you know, we all work out, and they see me. They see, not even, obviously, Melvin been knowing me since college. We've been best friends since college. Yeah. So he see, you know, every day what I can do. And he like, bro, all you need is that chance. He was like, man, you just ain't really got that opportunity to show that you can actually play receiver too. And, you know, and once Keenan actually saw me play, he's like, bro, you good at receiver. But I'm like, I just ain't got the opportunity because people automatically think of my height, so they don't really give me that opportunity.
But that's upsetting, you know, because I just saw, looking at your IG video, the shout out to your IG, by the way, follow him at KDoe, DOE_3. You off the step. Who can even guard that?
That's what I try to show.
No, I'm watching that first step. I'm like, you sent that dude to the right and you were already off to the left. Ready for easy buckets before I could even blink and say, holy, my goodness.
That's how it be, man. You know, when I went to, that's what, you know, when I went to work out with Pittsburgh, you know, that's what they saw. And then when I was at the rookie mini camp with the Patriots, you know, when I was there, you know, they saw what I can do as a receiver. They brought in like 8 receivers, and I was the only one left. You know, they let receivers go each and every day, and I was the only one left, you know, for the last day. Then after the last day, that's when, you know, we all had to go home. You know, but it was they brought in like 20 guys, and there was only probably like 4 or 5 left on the last day, and I was the only receiver that was left. You know, and I thought that that's where I was going to end up. You know, that was my mindset. I'm like, man, Patriots going to be where, because I know they like smaller guys. And it just so happened that the day the Steelers called me to sign me, a couple hours after that, the Patriots had called me.
No way!
I was already on my flight and stuff going to Pittsburgh. So I'm like, no.
Oh, when it rains, it pours, man. Woo!
Man, I was like, man, that's crazy. But, you know, I look at everything happens for a reason. You know, so.
Well, so let me ask you, if
opportunity again, man, I would love it.
Would you be willing to play a change of pace running back for a team? Because I look at your skill set, and again, you're someone I think could line up in the slot. Obviously, your special teams abilities speak for themselves, but I keep seeing you, you know, obviously, again, the San Diego Chargers, it's just, I'm from San Diego, born and raised. I'm here right now, actually, as we speak. So I'm sitting here going, man, first of all, I can't even accept that it's the LA Chargers now. It's a whole nother conversation. But secondly, oh man, I ran into Fluker the other day too, who actually is obviously a Giant now. But I was asking, I was like, man, what is the team's takeaway? Like, half of them can't believe it. Obviously, it's not the players' fault, but this is the greatest city in the country as far as I'm concerned. But getting footwork in on the beach is 72 and sunny, baby. What are we doing?
I'm telling you, can't take that away. Like I said, I've been out here, you know, this is my second year out here. I came out here last year, you know, during the off season, and I'm out here actually, you know, I'm out here now.
Oh, nice.
You know, so, and San Diego, I'm like, dude, I don't be wanting to leave. San Diego's one of the nicest cities I've ever, you know, been in. And, you know, I love it out here. There's always something to do. The weather's nice, you know, and I hate that the team, you know, got to leave because now they're going to, you know, I think the facilities and stuff going to be in Costa Mesa, but, you know, they're going to be playing in LA.
Yeah.
You know, but I guess they just got to do what they got to do on the business side.
Yeah. Well, LA is still nice. I live up there now, but I'm back and forth. Anyways, without getting too off topic, how good are the California burritos in San Diego?
Oh, man. That's all I get. When I go to the taco shops around here, California burritos is the only thing I get.
Oh, you gotta love it.
Guacamole, just sour cream.
Ooh, with just enough sauce on the side, hot sauce. Gotta get it. Gotta get it.
Man.
So, all right. So let's look. I mean, looking at the line of Badgers that have had success in the league, especially at the running back position. I mean, going back to Monty Ball, 58th overall. James White clearly speaks for his play, spoke for itself in the playoffs. Unbelievable performance. And then your boy Melvin. I mean, looking at that lineup right there, I'm saying, okay, watching your highlight reel, watching your footwork, everything you have to offer. I think it's a right place, right time thing. But again, you would be down to play pretty much anywhere on the field they have you, because I can't stop seeing you next to Rivers. It's the perfect team. He had Sproles, and then he had Woodhead. Now, boy, I mean, wouldn't that be a dream come true, playing with Melvin back together again, same team?
Man, I'm telling you, I will play anywhere.
Okay.
If a team wanted me to play, running back, DB, it wouldn't even matter. That's just, I just love football, man. I love football. I'm not those guys, it's just like, nope, I'm not playing nothing else. This is it. This is all I want to play. No, I'm not that guy. I'll play anything. I love, special teams. I love playing on offense. If they wanted me to play running back, then hey, that's what I got to do. You see he's starting to take off. He's been doing it. So that would be definitely a good person I can learn, because I'll be around him 24/7.
Right.
So if they want me to do it, I'm the type of guy, man, I don't even care. You don't even have to pay me. I'll play for free. That's just the mindset I have, because I love the game.
Love it.
I obviously they would have to, just because of the sport and the nature, but that's the mindset that I'm going in, that I don't really care. I wanna make the team better. If there's in any way I can, running down on kickoff, punt, I don't care. But I want to make the team better, and I want to win. That's just the mindset that I always try to go in there and have each and every day.
That's a great mindset. And just scrolling your Instagram before this too, you have a fantastic perspective on life. Saw one of your posts just saying, man, if you're alive and healthy and well today, that should be enough. And I think, people that express gratitude and are appreciative of even the small things, I believe that from a law of attraction standpoint, that'll bring you more. So I think your mindset on life and how you're living is fantastic. And I truly believe more blessings are coming your way, man. I really mean that.
I really appreciate it.
So when you were at the Steelers, it's a very unique culture, family built, very full, rich tradition. Did you take anything away from that experience there, whether it be the coaching, the management, the players, obviously playing with guys like Michael Vick? I know it was a dream come true, of course, but second to that, anything that stuck with you that added to the player you are today?
I would say the work ethic, man. You look at one person I would definitely refer to, and that everybody knows, is Antonio Brown. Yeah. Man, you would think, oh, he's a great receiver. Probably doesn't practice like that. Man, they're totally opposite.
Wow.
Dude goes 100 miles per hour every single play. It doesn't matter, and he's one of those guys that he's gonna try to help you. He's not the big head guy that's I don't help the little guys. I don't help the rookies and stuff. Nah, he's going to try to help you in any way he can. He talks to you. He's very friendly, and just that type of player, that's what I get it for. That's the type of player I want to be, once, I get myself established. Like, man, I want to see everybody, be great. Obviously, I get up to that point, I'm going to outwork you. Yeah. I'm going to outwork you. But it's like, I want to see you be great too. But you got some players, I didn't get that vibe from anybody at the Steelers, but I just know, being around, the life of football, some players, they don't want to see you be good because they think you might try to take their position. That's just, the type of guy I am. I always want to see people do good. I want to win. So if anybody that comes in and they can help us win, hey, let's get on board and let's do it.
I love it. I just had a chance to interview the former quarterback, NFL and CFL, Jeff Garcia. He had some great things to say about the CFL. For you playing with the Edmonton Eskimos this year, had a good year. I think definitely going to another league, that's got to open your eyes a little bit up too as well for just style and also more athletes you're working with. Of course, international. Any takeaways from working up there as well?
Yeah, man, CFL, I love it, man. You watch it on before going up there. You're like, oh, I don't want to go to the CFL, but when you go up there, man, the games are legit. The games are fun, man.
Oh
the
yeah,
games are real fun. It's different rules. Definitely different rules, especially in the return game. In the return game, you have to catch everything. There's no fair catching. If the ball rolls on the ground, you got to get on it. I mean, you got to pick it up, or like get on it. And the people, the defenders have to be 5 yards away from you.
Right.
There's no standing right beside you while you're catching the ball. They have to be 5 yards away from you, or it's a 15-yard penalty. So
it's a big rule change for someone like yourself. That's as shifty as you are off the line. My goodness.
Definitely a big rule change. Actually, it's like it's better. You like, man, I got some room. I ain't worried about getting killed. I ain't worried about none of that. But I love it, man. CFL is fun. Obviously it's nothing like NFL, but as far as the fan base, as far as the people up there, it's definitely fun, and I love it. Yeah,
you had a successful year, man. 7.8 yards per average on your punt returns and 20.8 for your kick returns. That's a great year at the special teams position. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Let me turn it to a little virtual world, because I always wanted to know what it's like playing with yourself in a little Madden. I know they took away the greatest game ever, NCAA football. But has it been fun dabbling with not just – I know you were on, Steelers for a minute. I don't know if they updated the rosters back early in training camp, preseason, what have you. How enjoyable is it playing, if not with yourself, but also your boys hopping on the sticks? Are you big on Madden or 2K?
Man, I'm 2K. That's all.
Oh, let's go.
I don't even play football games, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I can't get into them nowadays. They make them too difficult to play, so I just stick with 2K, where I can just press turbo and the X buttons and water jump, and that's it.
That's awesome. Well, I do interviews while I play Madden and 2K, so maybe we'll have to hop on the sticks sometime here in San Diego, if you're down.
Man, we definitely can do that.
Dude, so what is your takeaway right now on the NBA? It's a pretty interesting league right now. KD's out. If you were to put your money on anybody right now, are you going with Cleveland? Is this the best team LeBron's ever had?
Warriors guy, because I just like shooting,
mm-hmm.
Because they shoot all the time, and I love that. But for some reason, I just can't see them beating LeBron again. I mean, I can't see them beating LeBron in the finals.
Wow.
People always talk about the KD with the Warriors are stacked, but nobody talks about LeBron just got Kyle Korver, and then got Dan Williams. They got a stacked team. They got an all-star team, too.
So stacked. That backup team is a starting team. Yeah. Well, I just hope KD gets healthy so we can see another finals. Let me get your takeaway on this, which is a hot topic right now. Your idea, and this may not resonate for a football guy because obviously, it's day in, day out grinding regardless. The idea that guys are choosing strategically when to rest and take games off, that's starting to bother big broadcasting companies with the TV packages and such. But 82 games, that's a grueling season. Plus, you're not including the traveling schedules and all that. And that's your takeaway on that. Do you think the players should have all the right in the world to sit when they want to sit, regardless of when the game is?
I'll say, I know as far as in the business world, it's not good because of, money. People they presented money to see, the stars and stuff.
Yeah.
But as a player aspect, and knowing that the NBA, they play 82 games, that's a lot. That is a lot of games, and the fact that they could travel from here and then travel across the United States the next night and play the next day. I don't really see nothing, wrong with it. But as far as, fan wise, nah, I don't want to see you rest. I want to see you play. I want to see some good games on TV.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's interesting. But at the same time, how much better was the second round of the second time the Warriors and Cavs danced as opposed to the first time when there was no Kyrie and no Caleb? We don't want to see that, obviously. Hurt products,
The second round was exactly what you pay your money for. Exactly why people be glued into the TV.
Yeah.
I don't really think the Warriors should have lost because I feel like out of 3 games, you can win just one to finish it.
See, that's got to be that. Let me ask you while I still have you. The momentum in sports is such an interesting thing. You play in the Big Ten. You're playing in over 100,000 people stadiums. When you're in a momentous period like that, I mean, Draymond throws that kick to LeBron. You can call it a sell or you can call it smart. Either way, him going out and then Bogut going down. That to me was momentum. But you're watching the last half of that fourth quarter in Game 7. The Warriors didn't score. I'm like, what's going on? You went away from everything that you stand for on offense in terms of ball movement, and also, I mean, how real is momentum in sports when you're looking at a run like that for Cleveland?
Real, literally real. It's once you got it, it's hard to take it away. You see it all the time. Once teams just get on that road, it's like they just can't be stopped. You see it in basketball. I think it was in baseball this year. And in the World Series.
The Cubbies.
It's just once you just get that momentum, it's hard for it to just stop. You just momentum just continue to go, and then you just feel like you just about to win. And then it's just like, again, going back to that mindset. Once you get the momentum, your mindset changes. Your mindset is like, I'm on. We can't be stopping. We gonna win this thing. And then that's when the other team's mindset kind of changed a little bit.
Oh, without question. And I would be remiss if I didn't shout out your boys today. Big game against the Gators. A lot of people not expecting Wisconsin to go too far, but those who know the team know they're veterans. They play very, very team-centric ball. Everyone's involved. You got down low game with Hayes, of course. You got up top shooters, lights out, Hap. You got them over the Gators, no doubt?
No doubt.
Yeah, let's go. Dude, I think they're going to the Final Four, man. I think they're going to the Final Four, and then we'll see what's good. But right now, I think it's anybody's tournament.
Once we beat Villanova, it's that momentum.
There it is.
About to take us past them Gators. That's what we do. We gonna play that smart basketball, and they gonna get frustrated because we don't push that ball down the court like everybody else. We just slow it up. Let's just throw a million passes before we even get a shot. As a fan, I hate watching it because I'm like, dude, I want to see some dunking. I want to see some fast plays. when you watch us play, you're like, man, dang, we ain't gonna get that. But as an alumni, and that's besides Carolina, that's my favorite. That's my second favorite team. We're gonna win all. We're gonna go all the way.
Let's go. Hey, quick question. Growing up, who is your most inspirational athlete or influence in your lifetime that really you're like, I want to model either my game after, my mindset after, or you were influenced by that really helped carry you as an athlete and helped you become not just the athlete you are, but the man you are?
I like to say Wes Welker. As far as athlete wise, I just see how he plays, and you don't really hear Wes Welker's name outside of football as far as negativity wise.
Mm.
You get the, and that's my whole big thing is, stay out of the media in bad situations. Nothing negative, always positive. And that's the only thing you hear about Wes Welker when he was playing. It's always positive. What he's doing on the field. Off the field, he's a businessman. I heard he's one of the nicest guys, around once you talk to him and stuff like that. And, he's one of the guys I always looked up to, especially because he's a shorter receiver and, he's one of those guys that overcame the height thing.
Yeah, well, height's irrelevant when you're 5'8" and dunking in ninth grade, baby. Let's go. Talk about visualization. You must have seen that before you leaped up and did it. 9th grade. That's unheard of, Kenzel.
Man, it was, for some reason, it was always, my brother's like 5'9", and, he jumps way higher than me. My brother could jump out the gym, and
wow.
And for some reason, I always see him do it. So, I always was just jumping, just growing up. I just jump, touch the backboard. And, then once you do that, that's when you start trying to grab the net. And once you grab the net, you're like, okay, my next goal is grabbing the rim. Once you grab the rim, you're like, okay, now it's time to start dunking. And for some reason, in 9th grade, by me being 5'8", that was just my first time, dunking. And then ever since then, I had no problem, jumping up there to dunk.
That's amazing. Well, you got great character. You got a great mindset. Obviously, a tremendous athlete. I got no doubt you'll be back in the league. And just again, I want to give you credit for taking the assertiveness and emailing yourself, because a lot of athletes will just wait. They'll wait. And I've heard some interesting conversations over the years of agents not necessarily making enough moves for their athletes. But if you got a proactive athlete like yourself that's emailing saying, look, I deserve to be here. I want to be here. Let me show you what I can do. It's going to work out. Law of average is going to work out. Obviously, running back and wide receiver position, that's people are going down left and right. Injuries pop up, opportunities come. And again, I'm saying it again, baby. Anthony Lynn, running backs coach, now head coach for the Chargers. I will be posting this because I got no doubt, man. You should be a Bolt without question, man. Straight up, it makes too much sense.
I'm telling you, I'll do anything. I don't mind going in that backfield. I ain't scared of nothing. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. A lot of people do it, and I feel like, with the intangibles I got, maybe that is the perfect fit for me.
I believe it. Yeah, I think it is, man, honestly. Well, I'll let you go. I know you're a busy man. Got to get back to getting that frame ready to rock, as I'm sure it is. And it's game day. I'm sure you're getting together with the fellas watching the Gator game along with the other ones as well. Appreciate the time, Kenzel.
Yes, sir.
Anytime you need someone to sauce on the beach in a little one-on-one with a quarterback, I'll just call up Jeff Garcia here in Del Mar and see what's good. Just kidding.
Sound good, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you for the time, and take care. And I'll be definitely rooting for you here in the next couple of weeks.